You should be on the chart. If not, if you can't find an appropriate controller on or a frequency on a departure chart, try 118.42. I know for sure that one will work as well.
All right, let's look back at the FMC.
Number 902, 908, Lima, Portland departure. Good morning, on request. Stand by. You said you're on the ground or airborne?
How did FedEx end up with so many DC-10s? That is a good question.
Number 902, 908, Lima, Roger. Just out of curiosity, where did you get the departure frequency?
All right, 142 miles to the top of descent, or the top of droppings, right? Josh? We can go outside for a little bit. Shh, don't tell anyone. Oh, look at that ortho. Oh my gosh. We'll go this way.
It does, and I'm certainly aware of that. I'm just looking at departure charts, however, and I mean, I'm seeing that Portland departure frequency for Hillsborough is generally assigned 126.0. So I was curious where you pulled this one rather than using the charts that are available for the airport. So give me just 1 second, I'll be with you shortly.
I found it interesting that there are aficionados out there that actually knew that the FedEx 757s do not have Pratt & Whitney engines and do not have winglets. I now know that information and can pass that on.
Number
So
316, Alpha
others
Sierra, Amarillo Tower, loud and clear. How do you hear me?
can be immersive. Do a quick shift 6 here, come out like this for a moment and go boop, boop, look at that ortho. Dang. Immersion. Mm-hmm. Are there any Amazon Prime 757s, or is that just 76? Alright, let's take a look here. 126 to the top of descent.
Number 902, 908, Lima, cleared to Salem Airport. You got the Farmington 6 departure procedure, Newburgh, then direct. Maintain 5,000. Departure with Portland will go 118.42, squawk 5107, and hold for release.
By the way, I turned on the modern EFIS panel. I also put on the true airspeed and ground speed. I also turned on the digital wind bearing, range arcs. Trend vector may have been on by default. Airspeed tape I turned on, and I also changed it to P.
Number 902, 908, Lima, readback is correct. How long will you need for departure?
I changed PIP so I could get, and I put GPS equipped, so I'm not sure exactly what that meant. But other than GPS is available. They still haven't corrected Philip, his last name right there. I believe there's a U with an umlaut in between the M and the N.
It's quite possible in the real world as well that they, just simply combine those sectors with the high and low. I mean, they might have the same lateral boundaries, just, again, altitude really might be the only thing that separates them. I'm not really sure. We condense everything basically on a north-south thing for our intensive purposes. I mean, any frequency you find that's valid in the real is going to work for us, but we'll put you onto a more condensed frequency as you get airborne anyway. So it's not that big of a deal, but I was just kind of curious where you got that one rather than the one that's published.
Is there a fix for water textures? Well, Flua, I've messed with different masks, and so when I was ortho tiling the Caribbean recently, I set my.
Of course, you're also guessing too, or hoping that they're correct as well, then, right?
I set my mask to 100, and it seemed to draw out the water a little bit further. But generally, after a certain distance, it goes to X-plane water textures. So. You think he took his wife's name upon marriage? Could be.
Yeah, that's no problem. I appreciate the lookup anyway.
I think if you don't select GPS equipped, the plane is pure IRS. Okay.
FedEx 572 to send at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Discretion down to 240. FedEx 572. All right, so top of descent is not for 109 miles.
Number 316 Alpha Sierra Emerald Tower. I'm sorry, say again your position?
So if we look at the legs page.
Number 316 Alpha Sierra, roger. Contact Emerald approach, 119.5 with the request.
Just past Mighton, it looks like. Or before Thistle is when we start our descent. So you have to, let's see here. All I see out of CVG are Amazon for our 767. Yeah, I was really lucky, very, very lucky to fly with Cirrus Max in his SR-22 into Cincinnati last month. And there was a row of Amazon Prime 767s. And it was really cool. I think there's even
316 Alpha Sierra, Emerald approach. Good morning, squawk 1706.
I think there's
the altimeter 3027.
I think there's a YouTube video of the Cincinnati departure, but I don't think the Amazon Prime 76s are in that video or not. But Cirrus Max, check out his channel. You have to enter the stand coordinates manually. Okay. Without the GPS option, you are fixed to flying pure RNAV, no GNSS. You'd think the GPS would be on by default, but when I looked at it, I had to turn it on. Yeah, there are some Prime liveries, yep. They come to Ontario right next to all the UPS planes.
Number 316 Alpha Sierra, thanks sir. Radar contact 24 miles north of the Panhandle VOR. Emerald altimeter is 3027. I understand you have information, Charlie. Expect runway 22.
I wish you could click on these screens and make them pop out.
Number 6 Alpha Sierra, I'm sorry, I misspoke. It'll be runway 4, opposite direction.
I'm still not getting full engines. We're fine though. I'm gonna make this view control. Yeah, I'll make it that for now. You saw the VOD out of Cincinnati. Yeah, there's a VOD, but there's also a YouTube video. I guess we did the IRL. Did we do it out of Cincy though? What a great flight though. He just recently released, Cirrus Max did our approach into Santa Fe when we were coming from like 14,000 feet or something like, and we had to dodge this, clouds, and then we had to he did this awesome slip down into Santa Fe Airport. It was amazing, and he put that video out. UPS 757s are slant Z for a reason. I put slant L in this filing. Is that Is that correct for the FedEx? L's with the GNSS, right? Or is Z with the GNSS? I need more coffee to remember. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and reset our MCP altitude to 240. Okay, 240 is set. We still are 78 miles from the top of descent. It almost feels like a long haul. Let's do a flyby. I don't like that. I don't like that chemtrail. L is for RV, SM, RNAV, and GNSS. Okay, and then the Z is for no GNSS. Okay. Trucker Man just purchased the 757. Gonna test the freighter. Enjoy. I had a problem with my engine so far, but other than that, I've had no issues yet. Unfortunately, it was on takeoff. But that may have been pilot error. I'm gonna have to investigate. We have to do a.
Out of 100. Good morning, Oakland Center. Descend at pilot's discretion. Maintain flight level 240.
Yeah. Don't mind the smoke. They survived beans with dinner. Yep. There you go. As far as I know, only UPS 757s
FedEx
are Zulu.
572. Contact Salt Lake Center. Let's go 135.77.
3577, FedEx 572. 3577. 3577. Salt Lake Center, FedEx 572, flight level 320.
FedEx 572, Salt Lake Center, good morning. Advise leaving flight level 320.
Good morning, we'll advise. FedEx 572.
It's 572 for commercial.
572. All right, we're gonna go to our progress page. 58 miles to the Love Shack. They're still flying DC-10s. I'm thinking that if I were to go back in time and actually become a commercial airline pilot, starting at age 14 with that desire, I'm wondering if I would have preferred flying cargo instead of passenger. I'm going to leave this up on the screen just for kicks and giggles. Oops.
Got the 100. Contact Oakland Center 125.75.
Still information